Welcome back, everybody. It's time to talk about another assistant. Today's being Rex Kalamian. But first, I want to know, do you like the staff that Bryson Graham has built for us so far? If you do, make sure to hit the like and hype button down below. So, Rex most recently coached in Milwaukee. He has over 30 years' experience with the Clippers, Nuggets, Minnesota. It almost feels like if there's an NBA team, he's been an assistant coach. He has a 48.5% win percentage as an assistant coach. So not over 500, but knocking on the door. Overall, you can still see that teams he has coached for have been successful for the most part. Now, his strengths are definitely defensive game planning and kind of just defense as a whole. He is a very defensive minded assistant, which honestly, I don't mind. I kind of like it because we talked about Blake Ahearn last time talking about assistants, and he is a very overly offensive minded head coach. So I think having this coach that only cares about defense is going to be really good for us, especially since we have a lot of athletic guys on this team that if you just get them to put in the effort and put a little bit more IQ into them, they could really be good defenders. Another one is international head coaching experience. He's been the head coach of the Armenian national team since 2022. So that international experience is always nice to have for any coach, really. Player partnerships was a big one that it's been reported that he is one of those assistant coaches that is always been very relatable to his players, always having good rapport with his players. Experience across multiple eras. I mean, this man's been coaching for 30 years and still gets jobs every year. Every time a contract runs up, he's either re-signed or immediately signed to a new team and has shown to be able to handle offensive innovation for the most part throughout his career. Because, I mean, if he wasn't able to handle it, he wouldn't still be in the league now, would he? The last one I have is he also has a very development heavy mindset. Defense and development are the two big things for him. And honestly, that couldn't be any better because the main thing we're focused on right now is development. But I think it's good that he has a development heavy mindset on the defensive side of the ball because Splitter, too, was a very defensive minded player. And that's one thing I like about the Kalamian signing is I like that we're building up defense here. Like we have all these incredible offensive players. We have all these scorers. We have these playmakers. But there's two sides of the ball. And I like that we've addressed the other side of the ball, getting Kalamian, getting Splitter, who is very well versed in defense, very defensive minded. I think it's going to do wonders for this team's development. Now, with strengths obviously come weaknesses. The first is limited experience as go-to assistant. He's mostly been one of those guys that he's kind of a middle of the bench guy, not the one you're pawning all the responsibility off onto, which isn't the worst weakness, but a weakness nonetheless. His teams that he has coached have been very prone to playoff disappointments. He was an assistant for Doc Rivers, multiple stops, both in Milwaukee and Los Angeles. And I mean, we know Doc's track record. He was Scott Brooks assistant. OKC was they were good in the playoffs, but definitely should have done better under Brooks. And just overall, if Kalamian's on the bench for a playoff team, historically they have had the notion of being a playoff dropping team and disappointment. Next is this man is addicted to drop coverage, which, not saying drop coverage is bad by any means, but an overuse of drop coverage will definitely be a weakness against good shooting teams, because having everyone drop and leaving the perimeter open a bit, especially in an NBA like today, can't leave the perimeter open the way his drop coverage loves to. So it's kind of a give and take there. Floor not ceiling defense, very shallow defense. Sometimes doesn't always get the job done, but hopefully can develop our defenders enough where that won't be an issue. And zero offensive identity. Like I said, he's kind of the antithesis to Blake Ahearn. Blake Ahearn, who we brought in, is this ultra offensive, high percentage shooter who, as a player, shot 40% from deep, 90% from the line, focuses on offense. All his development skills are on the offensive side of the ball. And then there's Rex, who literally the exact antithesis of it, just very defensive minded, trying to grind it out on defense. All of his development skills are on the defensive side of the ball, which is why Blake alone is kind of why I don't see this as too big of an issue. I mean, he's an assistant, he's not the head coach, and assistants aren't asked to be as well-rounded as the head coach is. The assistants are there to focus on different groups. So it works for the fact that we have a guy like Blake who is able to take over in the department that we see as a weakness for Rex. It really minimizes the weakness in my mind. But overall, I really like this signing. Like I said, I really like that we're getting this coach that has a development track record, has a development mindset, but specifically for the defensive side of the ball. I really like that with a guy like Caleb, who has shown he can be a great defender, Nick Claxton, who has shown to be a great defender, Modest, who has shown to be a great defender. Rex is only going to be able to enhance that even more than it already is. And then for guys like Giddey, who struggle in the defensive department, he's going to be a perfect assistant to work with them. So overall, I think having a defensive-minded coach like Rex is going to be absolutely perfect on this bench. I think Rex specifically is a great coach for this, seeing as he has over 30 years experience in the NBA. I mean, doesn't get more seasoned than a 30-year assistant coach. But overall, I'm very happy with this signing. But I want to know if you're excited about this signing, and honestly, the staff as a whole. If you are interested to see what Rex does to this defense, comment totally or not really down below, and let me know who you're most excited to see him work with and who you're most excited to see reach their potential on defense because of Rex. Now, please make sure you share and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,900 subscribers. We're roughly 40 away. We are trying to build the best and biggest Bulls community on social media. I like to think we're doing pretty good so far. You guys are absolutely incredible. But as always, thank you for joining me today. and see Red Bulls Nation.